All right, and we are now live. Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Everyone say hello. Rick, say hi to everybody.
No.
All right. Alex, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Mike, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There-
Glad you could join us again. Um, and I believe, am I the one who's doing the recap for tonight, George?
I think so. Please, we'd like it to be detailed, but not 45 minutes detailed.
Hey, I was asked
Well,
to do a big recap. Okay, we've been away for 9 months, and that was a masterpiece. You should all be so lucky as to have had front row seats to this event.
I would be impressed.
Absolutely, it was the
more
epic
than
of recaps.
minutes for the recap.
Yeah. It was definitely
Okay.
one of the recaps
All right.
of all time, an award-eligible performance.
Before
Yes.
before Mike
If there
gives
was
us the
Academy
recap,
Awards, Bob.
does anyone remember what this is?
Mortu Castellanos, Morsicatos Harlo.
Do what?
The sound effect? I don't know. It's not ringing any
Oh,
bells.
this
to me.
one.
Cal should know what that is.
It's Demon Speech. It's one of the
Not demon speech.
Oh.
Devil? Infernal?
It is in fact infernal.
Yes. Who said that? I'm trying to recall.
That was Cal's dad, Carnifex.
Oh,
right,
wow.
Artifact.
Oh.
Good memory.
Okay.
Good times.
Hey, Dad.
Right.
That was from when
That's
Cal and Ness had their first dream vision of their father talking to them.
Right.
Good old Devil Dad.
okay.
When you guys are all the way back to Jakar Island.
Oh my god, that was like
Yep.
felt like it was
Man.
10 actual years ago.
Mhm.
Oh, hang on, we're getting an echo from somewhere. I think I know where. There we go. Okay. Nipped in the bud.
All
Very
right.
good. So,
Okay.
Mike, I think we're ready now.
All right. Well, last time on the Heretic Team, we'll see. Well, for those of you who have been following, no. I'm not going to go into this 45-minute long recap. If you want to watch that, you can go. You can catch the last one on George's YouTube channel if you wish, or on the Twitch. But what we did last time is, well, our group of intrepid adventurers were once again walking to the desert, and they were just heading their way up to. Let me go ahead and pull up our little handy dandy map here for a second to see where we're going. Yes, they were heading toward. Let's see, Haishamen, I believe. We're getting in the general region up there, from Karsarim. And as we were walking our way up there, they settled the camp for the night. And as we did so, there was a little bit of a commotion that happened. It turns out a couple of ogres decided to join us.
Couple
and,
of ogres?
make a
What?
little bit of mischief.
That's not a challenge for y'all. Y'all are like level 8. Couple of ogres. Whatever.
Well, I mean, these were pretty big ogres. I mean, with nice little flails that basically just can hit multiple targets at once. And in fact, they were hitting so pretty much prevalently that our good friend Taja Walla, played by Alex, was kind of almost been knocked down for a couple of times pretty much almost down for the count there like this.
I was so happy those dudes finally got a
though-
harpoon attack off.
Oh yeah, I got Morgan getting
Yes,
dragged
that's-
back. It's rough too.
Oh yes, and that's they were a little bit they decided that they basically hopefully Scorpion from Mortal Kombat will not sue or anything what they tried to do to get over here with those harpoons. But there was a couple of times they did that. But he says, well, the thing is, but during the fight, my character Johan, managed to, after one of the ogres got knocked down, I think it was it might have been either Pyre or Morgan who took one of the ogres down.
I believe it was Pyre.
I believe Pyre, yes.
Yes,
With her
Pyre
flaming blade. Johann decided to basically said, you know what, we've had enough of these ogres. They were kind of a nuisance, and managed to light him up essentially.
That's putting it
with a,
mildly. Like,
yeah, I didn't want to brag about the fact that rolled about 4 crits,
yeah,
one right
dude,
after the other.
Yeah.
Johann, aka the King in Yellow's favorite child,
Just making it rain.
just obliterating these ogres.
Just making it rain crits at the end.
Yes. Well, after that was done, we did find a message on one of the ogres that apparently these were ogres for hire. That they, kind of from the same bunch. I believe that was from. Let's see. Let me get. I'm sure if I know. I believe it was. I believe. Let me take a look here for a second. Who was the person here? I think it was. I believe it was. It was Kazi that hired these guys, or it actually might have been Kazi's mother, actually, who hired these.
I think the initial
Essentially, whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kazi. So it shows that he's kind of getting a little bit, hey, he's getting a little desperate to try to get rid of us. And as if that wasn't enough, off in the distance, we hear the distinctive roar of what sounds like a dragon.
Could be anything, but it sounded
perhaps
like it.
could be. Yeah, there we go. It sounded like that thing. Perhaps belonging to a certain blue dragon that's also kind of allied with Kazi's family. But I'm sure everything's going to be fine and perfectly understandable. And the fact that we can hear it so far away, we haven't even gotten to Eshman yet. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit concerning. Since we're only, since if you could, but yeah. So that's what happened. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see, are we going to get to Hesheman in time? Will we be going to be facing this dragon at all pretty soon, or whatever it might be? And let's see what else gets thrown our way, and whether or not Johann will keep on critting. So there you go.
All right. Does anybody want to add anything?
I think he covered it pretty well.
Indeed. Good job, Mike. I know
Thank
my
you.
performance was hard to follow last week, but I think he did good.
All right. Well, we are going to pick up there where we left off last time. You guys had just finished searching the ogres and found the note about 250 gold for your lives, which was a little insulting.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Morgan felt insulted that it was like that's how much the bounty is.
We
on
should
us.
all have been insulted, first off.
Right.
I need everyone to make a perception check.
Okay. One moment.
17.
1 second.
If it makes you feel any better, my mother just texted me and said that even she's insulted for you.
Oh, you see? She knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows what's good.
Perception.
Perception.
Got it. 1 for Tajawa
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
and 1 for Pyre.
Damn. Well,
Okay.
that was only a 13, I guess.
Yeah.
Still not bad. Hey, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So everybody except Pyre. You've noticed that while you've been fighting, off in the distance to the west, probably about 100 yards away, out of the side of what appears to be a dune, but may just be sand blown over a massive cliffside, you see two ornate pillars with Peshian hieroglyphs all over them, and two golden doors. On these golden doors are sphinx-like figures facing one another.
And we see all this at night too.
Yeah, we've been.
Stands
We'll
out.
cut the moon out, probably. Like,
Yeah.
is it gonna be cloudy in the desert? How often is it cloudy?
No, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Ominous.
So Johan sees it.
Oh yeah, everybody except Pyre.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well,
Be
And
very-
so Johan will go.
Be very
is
hard to miss.
that-
It looks like you could, ride an elephant through it.
Well, we didn't bring an elephant,
that-
so let's ignore it for now.
Am I mistaken to say that that was not there before?
I think we would have noticed it.
Maybe it's a mirage. I mean, that's. I mean, we are that done. That does tend to happen, but
Not at night.
it's.
Johan, even as you say it, it doesn't ring true to
What?
you. You saw it better than anybody
Yeah.
else. It's definitely real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it's got to be. Well, it must have appeared there before for a reason.
In fact,
since-
Johan,
You know.
you notice
Yes.
the moon is positioned in the sky directly above it.
Ah. And so Johan looks at that, looks at the gates. I think we're being summoned for something.
Can't wait till tomorrow, man. I'm
It
tired. I
sounds-
got.
Look. With Morgan, of Limetown, I understand that you have some issues when it comes to beings of a higher power, so to say. But usually they can be particularly cranky if we do not respond to it right away. Otherwise, I imagine if we spurn this, they're going to pester us constantly about something. I mean, and it is not very wise to say something to pester a deity, if this is what that is.
Whatever.
So,
Fine. Let's get this over with.
besides,
Fine.
not like we
Fine. Fine.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, I know. It's a frustrating thing, but I think we must pursue this, and see what exactly they are requesting of us. So, let's, by the way, and how far off is this thing? Is it pretty close by?
I did say it was about 100 yards to the west. What were you saying, Alex?
Oh,
You tried
that's
to-
not very far at all.
Alex, you tried to say something.
yeah, I was gonna mention, plus the that shelter most likely would be safer than these dunes. If they're only paying these ogres, that amount of money, they probably spend a lot more on a lot more different goons.
Dude, it's rough out here. People working for so little.
In this economy,
Yeah. We do.
Yep.
I could hire 30 of these guys with the money I have right now.
There you go. But you're not one of the elite, so they won't let you in.
No, not yet, I guess. We'll see where this adventure takes us.
all right. So,
All right.
how are
Cool.
you, or what exactly are you doing to cross the 100 yards to get over there?
Well, let's pack up the camp first.
All right. Packing up the camp
well-
takes you about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Let's get the camels and head over, I guess.
And- Yeah, it's going to be a nice little short walk. I mean, obviously. So I guess we're probably heading towards the doors. Now, as we approach these doors and we probably get closer to them, Mr. DM, is there any kind of is there any kind of like is it something? Is there any kind of like handles on it that kind of push on them? Anything like maybe like it requires like something to like a keyhole or anything, or are they just like just solid,
It looks
you
like
know,
the wings
doors?
of the sphinxes on each side are pointing inward towards one another, and it looks like they're
Okay.
maybe attached to the doors. Like maybe that's what you pull on to open the doors.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And do they swing? And do they open? They go in, or they pull out,
You're,
or
you're
we'll
gonna
have to
you're
try
gonna
and
have to
see.
get
But
you have to get closer.
okay, so I guess we'll all go ahead and go there,
All right,
and just
and
stop right when we get to the.
all right. So you guys traverse the 100 yards to the desert, leading the camels along with you, and then you stop in front of the door. Is that correct?
Yep.
That's
All right.
correct. Yeah.
All right. Hold on one moment. I need to get another soda. I am parched.
Sure.
I will be right back. Rick, you're in charge.
Terrible idea. All right. First thing first, this door is gold, and we're gonna see if we can take it with us when we go. Just leaving
Yeah,
money on
out
the
of
table,
character, I'm
otherwise.
sure you can probably.
Do we
I mean,
have
out of
to
character, I'm sure you can
get
just
it
take
out?
your dagger and try to start scraping bits off of it or something.
No, I'm thinking
I
we
mean,
get
if
we
you
open
really
the
wanted to
door,
try
pop
it.
off the hinges, and then we just tie it to the camel.
There you go. That's an idea. Well,
Okay, all right.
big. We should probably go get some elephants. Actually,
That's true. We need an elephant. It's elephant size for a reason. Now that's thinking. That's thinking. This guy.
there's got to be a couple.
Yeah.
Like, at least a kilo or two of gold in there. That's a lot.
At least if it's a whole door.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, unless of course, if it mysteriously just appeared out of nowhere, and then we would try whatever gold we take, it probably just disappear at some point.
Oh.
I mean, no, yeah, well,
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's no less than
The sand will hide it for eons
Mm.
more until the next party shows up around here.
Then again, it might not actually be gold. It might actually be like iron pyrite. It's like could be a.
That's true.
It's like, because it's not necessary because it has to be or could be just could be just like some really kind of like cheap imitation brass or something like that. It's gold or something. But anyway, but yeah, but
All right. I'm
Either way,
back.
it's worth something.
yeah,
Yep.
but that's
George, we've decided
Yeah.
we're going to steal the doors.
Oh, are you?
Yes. They look expensive and valuable,
Okay.
so that's our plan of action.
All right. So, as you sit there in front of the doors contemplating how you're going to get them off of their ancient hinges and carry them back through the desert, the doors seem to melt away in front of you.
Oh no!
Oh fuck.
It was a mirage.
And in front
Okay.
of you, where the doors once were, past there, appears to be a large antechamber.
Well, let's get out of the
an
let's get out of
indoor
the-
antechamber, or like a
A large
No, well,
indoor
what other
ante.
kind? What
Yes,
is it?
I said
No.
past where the doors were.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
No point waiting out here for something to happen. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna
So,
go ahead and
are you
do we
leading
leave
the
camels out here, or
Are
do we?
you? Yeah. What are you doing with the camels? Are you leaving them out in the desert, or are you taking?
They're gonna
them
get eaten or
inside?
something. We should, if there's room, we should take them inside.
There's more than enough room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's bring them with.
Okay.
I don't know this neighborhood. I
so
don't know
we'll
if we
do
should,
that.
if it's good to leave our stuff out here or not. You know?
We might come out in their Humstron blocks.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So yeah, you lead the camels inside, and the camels actually seem happy to not be left outside. Camels,
Oh, that's a good sign.
you kind of get the feeling the camels are a little spooked out in this part of the desert, especially after hearing what sounded like
Mhm.
dragon noises earlier. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you all walk in. You're in this large antechamber, and it's covered in murals and hieroglyphs. And as you look up over them, the ceiling and the walls seem to melt away now. They melt away into an inky blackness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
It's gonna hurt the resale value.
And even though you have come inside and closed the doors behind you, you can still hear what sounds like the winds howling over the dunes. And as you stare into the inky black void, you begin to see 3 pyramids forming in the distance, with a field of stars behind them in the sky.
Morgan will say to his group, "Why is it now that I've quit drinking, I'm seeing some fucked up stuff?"
Obviously, that was what was keeping the fucked up stuff away.
Damn.
3 pyramids.
Well, there's 3 big pyramids and then 2 smaller pyramids. Baby
Ah.
pyramids. Really, not even really full pyramids. More like just mids.
Got it.
They're doing their best, George. Come on.
2 piras. Well, 3 pyramids. I remember a long while back when we were discussing on these. I thought the 3 pyramids actually were related to something particular. Can I make a history check or something on that?
You can make a history check.
I really should have just taken the proficiency and the perception proficiency.
So, Taj, as someone who is from the region,
Mm-hmm.
ever since you were a young boy, you've heard tales of the pyramid complex of Leo Khan.
Can you spell that for me for note-related reason? Thank you.
And with a 19, you would also know that Leo Khan, legend tells it, is a sphinx.
This is a folk tale coming true.
Is it the kind where we get eaten at the end?
No.
And the tales you know, did you just say no, unfortunately? To getting
maybe you could eat at something at the end.
Morgan's a bad influence.
So you have heard stories are kind of all over the place about this dude. Sometimes he appears and helps travelers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he stops people from who've set out on certain journeys, certain quests.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he offers a great boon. Sometimes he offers a great doom.
Damn.
The Leo Khan is a fickle sphinx who, in some tales, aids travelers on their journey or sets them to be lost forevermore. Can I make either religion check or another history check to tell where Leo Khan's allegiances tend to lie? Are the ones that he helps do-gooders, or does the ones or does he tend to more just harm grave robbers and such?
With a 19, you've heard a lot about where his allegiances are. It is said that he has protected tombs before. In
It's a light point against us.
in ancient days, he was quite familiar with, even friendly with, and on a first name basis with Chorus III, aka the Heretic King, who often sought his advice and counsel.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
But
Well,
as to what
Okay, so
happened
this could.
after Chorus became, sold everything for power in order to try to save his daughter and his lands and gave over to madness, not much is known of Leo Khan.
got it. Well, uh, team, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, we found that Chorus was particularly against, these, actions that might be coming to be that Kazi is doing, if I recall correctly, right? He actually wouldn't want this to happen.
Yeah,
You-
Chorus sealed himself away, right?
Yes, you have even been told,
Mhm.
I think by Murkesha. If not Murkesh, I think it was Murkesha. If it wasn't Murkesha,
Yeah.
it might have been
A
Amani.
lot of exposition from her. Yeah.
But somebody had told you
Mhm.
that while Hassan Kazi and his family seek to free him, he does not want to be freed because the stories you've heard, he kind of locked himself away in order to seal away the evil that was inside of him.
Mm.
And also so that exactly what's happening now, so that Narlathotep could not come looking for him to try to take his power away and become more powerful.
Got it. Then I would hope that Leo Khan's path has opened to us in order to help an old friend, or at least stand by what he stood for. In the stories of travelers being assisted by Leo Khan, do they walk a path or something like that? Do they approach? An endless night or otherwise?
With a 19, which I'm still rewarding, I'm going soft in my old age.
I can roll another one if you like.
Nah,
I
you're
don't-
fine.
I'm
Nah,
not-
you're fine. You're
I
fine.
should have gotten proficiency if I wanted to succeed on these.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
In the stories, what typically happens is he finds you.
Then let's not abate his welcome. We're in this space. Those pyramids are before us. Let's approach cautiously, and let's take in mind that we are probably being welcomed into someone's domain. It is important to be cordial. I'm speaking in a way to as if it addresses everyone, but I'm just kind of staring right at Morgan as I'm doing this.
Well, you're probably on Morgan. You're on Morgan's blind side, so he doesn't give a shit.
Okay, cool. Well, anyways, so
Mm.
let's go. Let's not look our camels in the mouth. Go check out the pyramids.
So,
Or gift camels in the mouth.
Okay, very well.
as you move forward towards the pyramids, just in the general direction of the pyramid complex, you hear what sounds like the roar of a mighty lion.
Oh dear.
And it seems to be coming from all sides from behind the pyramids.
Hey, what the fuck is a sphinx?
Oh, you don't know. That makes sense. I apologize. So a sphinx is a mystical creature. Let's see. I think it's an androsphinx, right? I would assume.
The stories that you've heard, yeah, it's a male
It's
sphinx,
a lion
androsphinx.
with wings that looks much more regal. Something along the lines, something close to a king, basically. If you see a lion with wings, you should treat it very nicely.
Not only is it a lion with wings, it's got the body of a lion, but often its face is that of a man, sort of like a manticore, except they're not assholes.
Yes.
Right.
So they don't look,
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, all right.
By the way, at the sound of that roar, Johann has actually got one of his hands on the pommel of his sword, just in case something just comes at us. So he's got So he's not taking it out or anything. He's just being
He's wary.
Taj,
he's
Emotional
taking,
support
he's
sword
taking,
activated.
yes, it's like whenever you hear a bestial, yeah, whenever you hear a bestial, when you hear a bestial roar like that, it's either
It's
one or
instant.
two. Is he
Yeah.
thinking like this? He's like, it's one of two things. Yeah, it's either hey, let the fun begin, or B, there's trouble on the way, and he doesn't think it's fun times yet. So
I mean, that's a pretty rational response, yeah.
Taj will mention that.
yeah.
If you open your door to someone and they come in, hands on their weapon, would you treat them with kindness and with the benefit of a doubt?
That is a wise thing to say, Tashawala, without correct. But when I heard, but that sounds like a pretty ferocious war. I'm not saying I'm going to act rashly. I'm just saying, in case something happens, I just want to be, just. It is always good to be prepared in case.
Yeah, I don't speak Sphinx, but I don't think that means, hey, welcome in.
Let's hope this Sphinx appreciates your utilitarian approach.
Yes.
I don't have
At
a
least
Should we go around the pyramids, or
at least we should find out exactly what he wants before we. I do agree with that.
Let's just keep walking.
These pyramids are full size. Those blocks might be like 2 people tall. So let's go around.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take forever if we go around. Come on, let's just go straight there.
Can you climb up? Like, hold on. How tall are these pyramid bricks? Like, if I'm looking at this.
The one in the middle, right, the biggest one.
Yeah.
If you had to guesstimate, give me just a raw intelligence check, Taj.
Raw intelligence. I can do that.
Calculating.
10.
Easily 20 feet.
Easily.
20 feet per block?
No.
Oh, the pyramid is at least 20 feet tall. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Look, it's pretty up there. Like, if you fall, you could twist your ankle.
If anyone else would like to
Made my ankles.
would like to dare an intelligence check, they may
You
do
guys
so.
should check first before I have Pyre roll.
I'll go ahead and do it. See, just out of curiosity. Oh, that's a 7.
Johan, it's at least 10 feet.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's nothing.
I think it's
like,
funnier if I don't roll and we just leave it at that, but let's see. 13. Lucky 13.
So, Morgan, you would guesstimate this middle pyramid to be at least 300 feet tall.
Fucking big, though.
Very
Let's
large.
go around.
It's gonna take forever, but fine. Fine. Let's just go.
As
We're gonna
you...
go a circle around the ring.
Go ahead. What, Johan?
Oh, no, nothing. I just said, basically, come on. He's like, he's thinking it's only 10 feet high. This will be a breeze. It's like, it's not,
No, we're going around the right. Plus, Tart can't roll up those blocks. They're too high.
I can carry him.
As you begin to move towards the pier, not that this isn't fun, but we're gonna move on. Not that. Can we actually carry Tart thing? We're just gonna keep going. Okay.
Fair.
So as you move closer towards the pyramids, I need all of you to give me Constitution saving throws.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
Jesus.
Morgan's fucking ready.
Ooh.
All right.
I
So
was not ready.
everyone except Morgan, you start to feel your limbs get heavier, your eyelids get heavier. You're succumbing to fatigue. You've been going for so many days and nights. You're just very tired. Nothing sounds better now than just to lay down on the ground and go to bed. Alex, you need to get closer to the mic so we can hear you.
Johan just rolled every yawn.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I said,
Johan
let's
makes a nice
sleep
little
first,
yawn.
then go to the weird, mysterious door. You guys said, no, let's all go. Let's go see what the giant, weird-ass glowing door is. We're here because of you. We would be asleep right now if we listened to me. Get the fuck up, all of you.
Tosh, slowly tries to stumble into a stand, leaning on his arcane firearm, and is gonna go. And I think Pyre is just gonna hang on top of him and gonna try and keep going.
Oh,
Jeez,
this is
why
the
don't we
longest 10 feet I've ever walked.
That's 5 feet, and you're going in the wrong direction. Come on.
As you all, as everyone except Morgan starts to really, want to lay down and just sleep, you hear that same roar again, but you don't feel any fear from it. It's
That sounded
just
friendlier than the last one, I think.
it's just a loud roar that sounds like you recognize it as like, something is sort of protecting its realm, but not necessarily trying to threaten you, if that makes sense. Sort of
Yeah.
like when you go to the zoo and you hear a lion roar. He's not really saying, "Man, I want to eat you," so much as he's like, "Just be glad you're not in my mix up in here." Because that happens at other zoos, and we eat those people.
It's weirdly specific, but all right.
But you start to hear now a loud scraping noise at the apex of this pyramid. And you see two impossibly huge lion claws crawl up from the other side of this pyramid and sort of wrap around the tip.
Oh, jeez.
And a massive sphinx appears.
That's him. That's him.
Hey guys, my depth perception ain't great because of the one eye, but he looks fucking huge to me.
Yep, he is.
Okay, just making
Perched
sure.
on top of it like a chair.
And while he regards
Yeah.
you with interest, you see him sort of just wrap his body around the top of this pyramid, and it looks like he just goes to sleep.
Oh. Okay.
It's like a local thing? That seems kind of rude to me.
Well, as if that probably means that we are just free to pass, and he, is not apprehensive to us.
I mean, I don't want to like disturb him, but if we try and talk to him?
He might be giving us a gift with this travel. We should find our way to leave. I say we circle around the pyramid and see if there's any, anything else outstanding that we should go to. I think this is, a shortcut through the sands.
Well, all right, you're the local. I'll trust your judgment. Let's move.
We're gonna,
Quietly, I guess.
Taj is gonna now be fully upright and try to fast walk with Pyre around the pyramid to, get all the way around and hunt for, hunt for something that stands out to the pyramid.
So as you're moving, everyone except for Morgan and Turret, because Turret doesn't really do this, but you all fall to your knees and just fall over asleep.
Okay. Do. I shouldn't use Slash of Genius. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot.
Morgan, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna put on a pot of coffee. I'm getting my stuff out of off the camel. It's gonna be a long night.
All right, so Morgan's going to stay up and not take a long rest. The rest,
Well, I'm just keeping watch, I guess. I don't know what's going on.
you just said you were going to drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll keep watch, I guess. Make sure that they're not hurt.
Technically, 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity. Technically.
Well, I'll stay up for now until I know it's safe. Keep an eye out for the homies.
All right, so while your friends sleep and begin to reap the benefits of a long rest, the Sphinx up on top of the pyramid hasn't really moved. Every now and then he kind of flexes and yawns in his sleep. But otherwise, it's like he's some sort of, giant kaiju that's just, perched up here on top of this pyramid. But nothing's really happening, Morgan.
All right. Well, time for my good decision making. I'm gonna go up to him and try and talk to him.
All right.
Oh God.
So you begin to climb. Make me an athletics check.
So good at these.
Oh,
He sprains his ankle. I was
Oh,
trying
God.
to warn him.
you start trying to
Oh,
crawl
man.
up the center pyramid, and you get about 50 feet before your hands and feet slip on what you thought for sure was going to be something you could hold on to. But as you touch them, they're suddenly too smooth, and you fall down the side of the pyramid at least 100 feet.
Oh
You're all
God.
kind of back
Why?
on the same level now. So,
Okay.
hang on.
Can I, rather than dying, because my health is pretty low, can I try to make an acrobatics check to arrest my fall in some way, to slide off to a leveled out part of the pyramid or get another grip?
I will let you make an acrobatics check or a dexterity saving throw. Either way, the DC is going to be 16.
Well, I have the same bonus for each, so we'll make an acrobatics check. 22.
All right, so you only
There
take,
you go.
You only take half of this damage.
Great.
Oh, please don't die while we're all passed out. Inspire can't kill you.
You take 13
Oh, God.
points of damage.
Guess how many temporary hit points I had left?
How many?
13.
Oh wow.
Art to the rescue.
Oh, that hurt, but the last of the energy from Tart's barrier gives out.
Everyone say hello to Barrymore.
Hey, Barrymore.
Hey Barrymore.
Just survived Morgan just survived a terrible fall. Thanks.
Nah, it's alright. We win these.
Yes.
All
Go
right.
get 'em.
So, Morgan, you're currently prone. You're at the
Ow.
base of this pyramid. The giant sphinx at the top. You see him kind of open an eye and kind of yawn lazily, and then closes the eye back and just keeps napping.
Yeah, don't let me bother you, buddy. I'm good. Ow. Maybe, hey, I don't mean to disturb your sleep, buddy, but maybe you can come down here, and Morgan will get up. Hey, and he'll just start shouting up towards the.
And
towards the,
as you
Leocon.
start shouting up to him, he doesn't make any kind of recognition that you're yelling up at him or anything. You kind of get the hint that like he's really tired.
He needs some coffee.
Dude, I'm gonna bring him some coffee. That's exactly. This is a test.
Do it. It is a test of your hospitality.
Yep. So, do I make the coffee then bring it up there, or do I go up there then make the coffee?
That's a good question. Because you only have.
This is the riddle of the Sphinx. This is it.
Yeah, I say.
That's
you prepare
right.
and cook it. So when you're making it, the smell might wake him up.
Morgan,
Yeah,
give me a perception check.
I'm actually a little good at these. 22.
You look up past the Sphinx and you can see the moon still in the sky here. And you see the moon take on a familiar visage. The moon suddenly has a familiar female face
Oh God,
inside of the circle.
better brew a second pot.
It appears to be Will,
Oh.
and she smiles down at you, and then you hear her yell, "Go the fuck to sleep!" And then she smiles. And you
Could
see
have
her-
maybe said something before I drank a pot of coffee. Hanging out there in the freaking moon, doing fuck all while we're out here fucking wow. He'll kick some sand.
That's funny.
Whatever. Morgan will I guess eventually try to sleep despite the coffee,
All right, Morgan.
having exhausted the comedic and possibly story value of this scene.
Morgan finally lays down to sleep, and all of you sleep blissfully. It is actually, even though you're sleeping on essentially, sand and rock, it's actually quite comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like warm,
you
I think.
you sleep here. Not only do you sleep, you kind of rejuvenate. It's not just like about healing your wounds, but as you sleep, you have really positive dreams, and it's almost like you're lucid dreaming. Like at one point in your dreams, you start to realize that you're in control of your dream, and you start doing, all the goofy shit that you'd normally do. That would drive me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, you all do start waking up. The first of you to wake up is Taj. And Taj, when you wake up, you can see the others sleeping soundly around you. And the Sphinx appears to also still be asleep. But it looks like every now and then one of his massive paws or, flexes, or his long tail will kind of move up and down, move up in the air and then back down against the other side of the pyramid. Which looks freaky to you because you've seen cats move their tails before, but not something like this.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
The next to wake up is Johann, and then finally Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're out of coffee, just so you know.
Oh, great. One I wanted to wake up to. Everyone feel like, you're like fully put together. I think that was the best sleep I ever had. I was kinda
Does
rough,
Morgan's
but-
other eye work suddenly?
Yeah, seriously. I'm good. Fire
Yeah,
was
that was a
lovely,
very-
good.
That was a very pleasant dream I just had. I won't go into the details for modesty's sake, but
I think that's enough already.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, Johann's,
Get away with words.
back in,
Magiskar.
Magiskar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost said Dwemerskar. Back in Magiskar, back during one of the old family orgy get-togethers.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, my beloved was in the dream. It was actually was in there. Yeah.
I see.
so you hear the Sphinx now on top of the pyramid, waking up, giving a long yawn. All of you have your hit points and your spell slots back, by the way.
Yay!
And then he kind of stretches, the way cats will stretch in sunlight.
Hold on. Let me roll for the charges restored to my wand of magic missile.
Oh yeah, I
3
gotta do that
charges.
for the stars.
There you go. Sorry, continue.
All right. So this great figure seems to start standing and stretching. You notice the sky hasn't changed, like it hasn't gone from night to day
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. And then the Sphinx, the great, what you assume is Leo Khan, fixes its gaze down upon you and begins to slowly make his way down the side of the pyramid. Once he's about halfway down on the side of the pyramid, he kind of lays across it. Like a cat will just lay on goddamn anything because it's a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part's kind of slippery. Watch out, you know?
And he sort of looks down at the 4 of you. You, he says. And when he talks, his mouth doesn't move. You hear it in your head. You are not ready for what
Yes.
lies before you.
Uh,
Yeah, at no point did I really think we were, to be honest, but
I don't
yeah,
wanna
we were
see
kind of hoping on getting lucky.
Our task is of utmost dire. If others cannot step forward for it, we must step up regardless if we are ready or not.
What happens? What is your plan, in other words, for if the heretic king is freed?
To be honest, I
Probably
don't
to
think we
try and die
even
quickly is, I
consider that
think,
possibility.
our first plan for that.
I
We're
say
hoping
To
to
be
stop it
honest, I don't
before
think
we
we
get to
ever
there.
considered that possible. That agreed. That was our. We were hoping that wouldn't happen. We were attempting to try to prevent that from occurring in the first place.
I would not suffer thoughts of failure when when the losses would be so high. What what uh what would
What would you have us do? Give up?
If you were intelligent,
Stop you
yes.
right there.
Oh no, I
yeah,
have
we got
no
one left
hope
eye.
that any of you have. You are, after all, mortals, and in my experience, mortals are typically quite stupid. No offense, of course.
No, I doubt we're any exception.
None
All the
none
same, we're the only ones who seem in a position to do anything about this right now.
When you say that, he kind of narrows his eyes. Morgan, make a persuasion check.
I'm actually good at that. Well, we'll see, I guess. Hiya! 9. So good at these.
Mm.
Are you more suited to do something about it than Hassan Kazi?
I mean, he's the one we're trying to stop. He's the guy who's gonna, free
he's going to
chorus.
do it.
He seeks to
By the
free.
way, as Johan. Oh, go ahead.
Is Johan what?
No, he was gonna say as he's listening to this, he wants to see like what exactly the Sphinx is driving at in terms of like what he would if he's trying to give us advice or if he's trying to or well obviously but if he's got any idea like maybe an idea like what we could do
He is seeing
so
where
if that's
our
what he's driving at or if is it more of a warning or is it more of advice he's trying to give us.
Make an insight check.
So I think he's taking our measure for now.
Okay, all right.
yeah, seeing if his power
Oh,
or
there you
effort
go.
is worth it on us.
You feel
Mm-hmm.
like he's trying to make you see something from a different perspective, and like he's trying to help you in his own way.
Okay, so he's going to make a like a motion for like basically the Morgan and Tajwal and everything prior to basically just like kind of like hold up, let's hear what he has to say first. It might not be just wait.
All right, we'll let him cook. We're open to suggestions.
My old friend. And when he talks now, it's sort of like this gravelly voice, sort of like it would sound
Mhm.
maybe in your head like you would imagine if a lion could talk,
Right.
or kind of like Liam Neeson.
Okay. Oh yeah, right.
Like Aslan from Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Got it.
Aslan, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was there when it was written.
Yeah. He was great in that role. Yeah.
Not great movie, the old magic.
My old friend, Chorus the Third, was a good man and a good father and a wise ruler. Above all, he was a good and fair king. But that all ended when he made a deal with an alien god to try to save his daughter. He lives still, trapped in his tomb, himself acting as a tomb for the considerable power given to him by that alien god. If he were to be freed, if Hassan Kazi succeeds in freeing him, it will not help this land. It will doom it. Chorus will be helpless as the portion of alien God's power that resides inside him will lay this land to waste. Hassan Kazi must be stopped, but you are not ready.
Okay, well, what do you suggest we do?
And he looks at you, Taj,
Mm-hmm.
and
Cloaked
he
in a robe of stars.
looks at Pyre. He kind of narrows his eyes, and he stands up and springs to the other pyramid on its side, and then kind of looks down at the two of you. Children of the elements. It has been many centuries since I have seen your kind. Tell me, how do your people, do they thrive or suffer through life?
Taj is gonna take a long moment, reflecting, and he's gonna, pull off his, hood and glasses to, hood and goggles to, show his true face as he speaks. Says, "My people are gone, wiped, wiped from the sand by Blue Dragon waters, and Pyre here is not of the sand here, but of the plane of fire. Our us we are outsiders to our home.
That may be, but you may be the greatest hope to that home.
Kind of ponder on that for a moment and says, "I wish to be so, to rid the world of the bastards who felt my village and my people."
So it is revenge that you seek.
The world is at a the world is at risk, and the world takes priority. I apologize for overstepping. My personal my personal battles uh, seek to seek to make themselves important, but they are not. He's gonna try and plead, saying, "I would see to it that that the world is taken care of in priority. I would do everything to be its saviors, to be its savior." And Pyre will mention that she, uh, does the bidding of gods, and to keep their creation safe would be a most holy venture.
Taj, make a persuasion check, but you have advantage on it.
Oh boy,
Hey, don't roll a 9. That's my advice.
no, an 11.
And you see him kind of just nod, and then he regards the two of you one more time, and then he jumps back over to the side of this pyramid, lays back down on the side, and he looks
Mhm.
down now at Morgan and Johann. And he
Mhm.
fixes his gaze on you, Johann. And you hear him again
Mhm.
in your head. And what of you,
Yes.
deviant? What is it that you seek?
Wow, rude.
I sense the corrupt power
I.
within you.
You are correct. You are correct. You are correct. I am in service to another being, one that I believe may be a rival to the one that corrupted um corrupted the one with the one I believe is a rival to Corvus, I believe. Yes, someone who's says, and I make no illusion that that this being is, shall we not say, is necessarily is a benevolent one, but he is someone who is probably does not want to see um, the alien god that you spoke of take or wipe away these lands. So I'm doing so. He is so favored. So I'm doing this on behalf as a favor to him, and in return, I hope to protect and restore the memory of the woman I love. That is why I'm. That is why I'm doing this for her. I mean, after all, she is a part of this world. She is a part of this world, and and if this heretic king comes to being, that she, along with everyone else, will be laid to waste. So yes, I am very well much aware of that the power I serve is not a, shall we, a benign, but sometimes it is sometimes it is necessary to um use what is someone so as they sometimes say a a shall we say chaos to fight chaos.
The enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend.
Understandable.
To
But
save
even though I
someone
serve
that
him, I do not consider myself.
you care about, you're willing to corrupt yourself.
In a sense, I think of her much. I think of her, you know, far too highly than myself. After all, what is love but to serve others at the cost of your own life, if necessary?
I once had a friend who was a very noble man who thought the same way. And he has sat imprisoned for thousands of years now to hold that evil contained. Be careful what it is that you wish for. And you, and he looks at you now, Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan will turn around and look behind him. Oh, me. Yeah.
Troublemaker.
I
What
can
about you?
see the fading and ebbing power still around your soul. You are separated from the power that you once served. How has that come to pass?
Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a lot of mistakes. Let's leave it at that.
And he considers you for a moment. Yes, it is good to acknowledge one's mistakes, but how do you plan to rectify them?
I don't know. I can't. I can't bring back the people I lost. I don't. Can't really do much of anything. I have not really a lot going for me right now. I'm a low life out here, Wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm just trying to do what I can with the opportunities I have available. But I don't have any illusions about where this story's going. Could have died a dozen times by now.
What is
Everything
it?
else?
What is it that you seek out here?
I don't know. I got nowhere else to go.
And you see him kind of think for a minute, and then he kind of raises an eyebrow and looks like he shrugs a little bit. And what of you, shiny one? And he looks past you, Taj, towards Turret.
Oh, forgive me. This is Tart. He is but a weapon. I'll
No, hang on. I want to see what happens.
I'll just kind of gesture with my hand, and the turret will kind of like bob up and down. It's got the little like the what is it? Those orbs that like shoot lightning. Such on like the orb, like the little
Oh,
ball things.
like part of like
I'd say
yeah,
it's
those things with
it's big
yeah.
enough.
mhm.
That's the shield generator. So it'll just kind of move its head a little bit with my hand movements. He's shaped like a friend, though.
I see. It is a construct of some kind.
I'll have the head move up and down, kind of nodding.
You see him now. He gets up and he starts to pace on the side of this pyramid. Just kind of back and forth. He stops every now and then to sort of stretch.
That's killing me. I hope.
I feel like I didn't study for this test, yeah.
I'll lean over and say, I hope we're not overstaying our welcome. Me, like trying to leave.
Yeah, at this point, what's the worst that can happen?
I can think of a couple things.
No.
Forced to
Overthinking it. Yeah, we already did that though. How is that any different than yesterday?
He's listening to you talk, Taj. As you guys are talking back and forth, you can tell he's listening to you. And he goes, "Well, I could eat you."
Of course, yes. How could I have forgotten? I
That
apologize
would,
to
in
you,
fact,
John.
be worse.
No, we taste terrible.
Do you expect me to ask you some sort of riddle?
We were ready for a riddle. If
Were
there
we?
was to be one, but I didn't want to impose.
I don't think we were ready at all, to be honest.
As a stranger,
Think of a couple ones.
as a stranger to these lands,
And
I
you
have
can
I
do
do not
paper.
know I do not know exactly if that's the custom.
Riddles are insufferable puzzles. And I have asked riddles before. I did so for thousands of years until I tired of them. I tired of asking them and then seeing the recognition at the last second. Oh wait, no, I did know the answer before I consumed someone. It got to be a burden.
It's good to have hobbies, but
It was not exciting, not in the least. Most of your kind are dullards. No offense,
On behalf of all mortal kind, for
yeah, it's fair.
but what would you ask of us? I feel as though that us coming to you, we bring nothing. We bring nothing without any, at least insight or wisdom. Can we do something for you?
Yeah, it's kind of rude of us. You did let us stay here, nice and safe.
We appreciate being welcomed in, but it feels we would be imposing to not to leave without something. Check my pockets.
And he holds up a massive paw, dismissively. Keep your worldly bubbles, they do not interest me. Except for sapphires. I'll take sapphires. I have a friend that likes them.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. got a weird diamond.
Ripping through.
Hang on. Yeah, he's checking his pockets. Got Al Caballo cheese.
Wait, you
That's
mean?
probably gone bad, to be honest.
Wait a minute. Do you mean? Wait a minute. Do you mean these?
You mean
Let's
these
see.
Chaos Emeralds?
Oh, not the diamond. Not the diamonds that we have.
Not the
yeah.
cursed diamonds. Don't give them that.
No. Okay. Oh.
Pyre will offer. I have incense. This land seems vast, but you know, what? Why waste one of the five senses?
And as
To
you
make
say
an
that,
omelet.
he kind of waves his paw the other way, and
Mhm.
dust kind of arcs from the motion of that paw and kind of descends down upon your head, Taj.
Mhm.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
The ugliest coughing coming out.
Hey, you're wearing a mask. You're good.
Hey, Kelsey's here.
You-
26.
You realize that the realm that you are in, it is not on the same plane that you were on moments before you came in here.
Oh yeah, because Sphinxes control demiplanes.
So you have the feeling that this is as vast or as small as Leo Khan wants it to be. And it's filled with whatever he wills.
What is the difference? You know, you could have whatever you want, but if someone brings something to you and gives it to you, it's a gift. It's different. But I
Cook.
understand.
I can cook.
Yes. Do we have coffee?
No coffee.
The price has already been paid.
Oh, well, then I appreciate the last person through. I assume it's a pay it forward kind of deal.
You could say that after a fashion. And you see him look now up into the sky towards the moon. And
We're
then-
going to narrow an eye at that and be like, you mean Will?
Will? What about Will?
Will.
Yeah, I saw her yesterday after you guys conked out.
She was here?
No. Well, she was...
Oh.
I saw her in the moon. Is Will all right?
And he,
Yes, we haven't seen her in a while.
and he kind of raises an eyebrow as you ask, is Will all right? And he's like, I do not know this Will.
Never mind.
Not sure if we want to know. I know that whatever we're facing, I'm sure she's facing something just as bad. Scheduling conflicts. Ugh.
I speak of Lunari herself,
Yeah.
the moon goddess.
Yeah.
Well, please extend our thanks to Lunari if you cross paths with her again. Um, what is it that you want, Leo Khan? The world is at peril, but I wish to know where your lies desire, your hopes desire. You're in you have this demiplane, an infinite place.
What's a demiplane?
Oh, like a place between planes. It's like a bag of holding, but like you get to choose everything here. You will it as he wishes.
If you look carefully, you can see that go right over Morgan's head.
Goes right over. But
And as you guys have that exchange, you know, he kind of leans down, right, and peers at Morgan, and then he looks at you, Taj, and says, "You can almost hear the gears grinding in his head."
Listen, I know what I know, man, and what I know is mostly illegal stuff. It's not really been helpful out here. But when the time comes, I'll do everything I can to help out.
What
Maybe it
have
means we'll steal a victory from the jaws of defeat.
what have you learned? What lessons have you learned since your failure at the temple?
He's
What I've learned I can't rely on other people to
That
help me.
there,
Otherworldly powers aren't going to hand us this win on a silver plate. I gotta figure out how to do this on my own.
that well, we did try to do. I mean, with Kazi, we did attempt to try to persuade him from a path that he was of doom,
We tried to
but he
talk to
is
him, yeah,
apparently
but
dead set against it. But
Kazi
he seemed because I believe
Kazi is not on a path that he can disembark from. This is his fate.
yes, we gathered that. He seems to even if it wasn't his fate, he seems determined to be bound and determined to do what he is what he's set out to do.
You have to accept that
Is that
he is lost.
well, I mean, it's not like we have any love
Indeed.
lost for the guy, but we figure it was worth a try. Guess not. Well, next time we see him, we'll definitely go with a hardball route.
Well, we were tasked initially by the Sultan to try to basically bring the Sultan's justice to him.
I do not.
But it seems that there is a greater justice.
I
There's
do
a
not.
greater justice at work. That
I do not doubt that justice will find him. Of a fashion.
Yeah, somehow I don't think this story's got a happy ending for Kazi.
It does not.
It's everyone else that's up in the air, it seems.
he has powers that do not care for his well-being, stacking the odds.
not to mention he has basically he's been dealing with, you know, using the powers to to summon the dead, from their restful slumber.
Not to mention he's got dragons backing him up as well. Right now, he's probably days ahead of us.
He
How the hell are we gonna
is
stop this
ahead
guy?
of you on this journey. Is he days ahead of you? I do not know, but I do know that he is ahead of you.
He rides with blue dragons.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up for us.
And he at least has he may have two of the artifacts that he needs to free Thulmo. We have one. There's only one more left.
To free
And that
Chorus
is another
the third,
thing we
you mean? Thulmo was
Chorus.
Thulmor was just a
Chorus is
wizard.
third. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's about as free as he's gonna get.
Excuse me. Third. Oh, Chorus. Excuse me. My apologies. No, but we have at least two of the. We suspect he has two of the artifacts in his possession. We have one of them. That is another question we have, of course, at the moment. It is
How do we keep this?
granted that
thing
these
safe?
artifacts will be used to free. Yes, since we know that these artifacts were used in some purpose for basically freeing Chorus. The question is, even if we do get these get these artifacts from Akazi, or prevent him from getting them, what exactly do we do with them? Is it possible we could we can offer these artifacts to you and put them in your safety?
I would not want them brought here. And he looks around at the pyramids and up into the sky and all around. By bringing them to me for safekeeping, you would risk turning me into as big of a threat posed by my old friend.
Noted.
We are flying under the radar. They probably think that we'll just Like it's they sent 2 ogres after us. They don't see us coming. They don't think we're gonna be a big deal.
We just talked to Kazi like 2 days ago.
Yes, and he obviously wasn't impressed.
The moon
I'm sorry,
goddess.
the Nazi is coming is metaphorical, as in he does not expect how much of a effect we can have. He thinks that we're just gonna get, he's gonna swipe up the robes at the last moment.
The moon goddess has won my favor on your behalf.
Oh, she's I think your relationship is improving, Morgan.
I seriously doubt it.
You haven't shot a statue of the moon goddess in quite a while,
I haven't seen a statue of the moon goddess in quite a while.
and I think that should continue.
It is to me to offer each of you a boon.
Boon. We would humbly accept any help that we can get from the great Leo Khan.
Sure, you did make it seem pretty obvious that we're outmatched here.
I don't think we could say no in the right minds, at least in regards to hospitality.
This will make you more formidable, but you may still not be ready. It makes you more capable, but not necessarily more suited to the task at hand. That must come from within you.
Mm.
It shall.
Morgan
Yo.
looks like he has his doubts.
And he raises his massive, massive paw up. He raises it up and he kind of like folds his paw, and so it's just like kind of like you're pointing, like if a lion pointed. Imagine how that would.
Yes.
And
Right. Yeah. Okay.
the tip of his claw touches your head.
Okay.
You can have +2 to any stat right now.
Aww.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. That is awesome. Okay.
Does it max out
Well.
at 20 still?
It does not. It does not surpass
Ooh, good.
your limit of 20.
Oh, it doesn't.
Well, let's see. So I could make myself smarter if I wanted to, but I think this is a no-brainer. I'm going to go ahead and add another +2 to my charisma. So now,
Friendship.
yeah, yep. So now it's at. So now I can basically do some more potential, stuff.
And your spells are better.
So, yep.
Then he moves.
Okay.
He moves that clawed finger over towards Morgan, and then past Morgan.
Oh.
Morgan looks a little relieved, honestly.
And he rests it on your head, Taj.
Uh-huh.
You can have +2 to any stat with the limit of 20, or you can have a feat.
Ooh, I gotta think about that. I'm gonna figure that out in just moments.
You have 30 seconds to decide.
I'm probably gonna take the feet. I will take the feet, actually.
Show feet.
Show feet. Send feet.
Ew.
So youngins, or let's hip now. All right. I'll probably take something like the skilled feat to look at like history and other intelligence things.
Okay. Is that what you want to take?
I'll confirm it. I'm still reading, but I will take I will take a feat. Or do I have to decide right now?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point.
Okay, sorry. I'll be super quick.
There's other good ones you could take. Well, actually, you know what? I don't want to confuse you by just offering suggestions. You're good.
Yep. Maybe one of the spell ones? Sniper? I'm going to take, oh, I have that still. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wasn't expecting this.
You have a minute to decide, or I get to pick
I
for
don't
you.
have a lot
It's
of it.
terrible.
I have a lot of good ones right in there.
Actor, lock in.
I'll take
God.
Lucky, maybe?
Okay.
That's always good.
Confirmed. Lucky is always good.
Lucky is always good? Alright, good. I will take Lucky.
All right. Now he takes the same claw tip and moves it over to Pyre's head. Pyre can now take +2 to any stat to a max of 20. She can take a feat, or she can permanently gain another first level spell slot. That would take her max for first level spells from 4 to 5.
An extra first level slot. That's always like another. That's just another like
Healing word. It's another. Yeah. Cure wounds.
Honestly, I think it should be like either resilient feat or something for her hitting stuff.
I mean, she hits stuff pretty well already.
Yeah, she does hit stuff already.
She tends to mix it up in melee a bit. Is there like, could she take like, I don't know, do her type of cleric get heavy armor?
They do. She's already got plate armor.
She's already got plate armor
20 right now.
Ooh,
Oh
that's
wait,
pretty good.
she could actually take heavy armor master, because that +1 would give her 60
Oh.
strength, and that -3, for everything will be good.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be amazing, but it will be good.
Tanky.
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing you take from non-magical attacks reduced by 3. I think that'd be fine. Heavy armor master. It's the first time I'd ever see it actually used.
I don't know. It's a shame Kelsey's not here, but that's.
If you guys give me like 2 minutes, I can ask her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
And I'll get it in between coughing fits. I'm confirming if there's anything else she could use. Healer feet.
I mean,
wouldn't be that good to be overkill.
I mean, +2 to wisdom's always good too, honestly.
She's got.
Right. Yeah.
She's already got 20, so it can't go any higher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Sentinel,
There we go.
Master.
I forgot. I'm the only one who has a crappy, broken,
I know.
messed up character. It's like, oh yeah, other people have
Yeah.
real builds and can do stuff.
She could take Warcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Warcaster is pretty good.
It is good.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any spell attacks she'd want to hit with though? Not really. At this point, she should just take con save proficiency for resilient, but that'd be boring. I think she's gonna be whacking stuff a lot. She's gonna take that +1 strength. She's gonna take heavy armor. I think heavy armor master. Let me just confirm. Is there anything better for +1 strength?
Athlete's not bad, but it's not great either.
Yeah. Crusher. Some of the Tasha stuff. I'm not gonna go with Tasha stuff.
Right.
Armored, heavy armor master, lightly armored, no. Resilient. That'd be strength saving throws, which aren't really used very much.
I think we, in all of campaign 1, we maybe had 2 or 3 of those.
She's a life cleric. She only has maces. She could reasonably take Weapon Master and swing around a longsword.
Well, she's been using what, a scimitar?
Yes, well, she's in your Flame Scimitar. That doesn't even matter. That's usually the best. It's 3d6 damage, and she can't swing twice with it. So, okay, I think it's gonna be Heavy Armor Master because if she's gonna go down, it's probably from like getting attacked a bunch.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I think Heavy Armor Master's gonna be the call.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go confirm with her unless she wants to spell. Right back.
Okay. Oh,
Wait
man,
till
Morgan,
Alex gets back.
you're being slighted again.
Well,
You're being
Morgan's
slighted again.
Morgan's gonna have choices to make.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm like, how do I make the wrong choice as efficiently as possible?
It's
the
because
flowchart.
you disturbed his nap. You disturbed
It's
his
not
nap.
my fault.
That's what
It's not my
probably
fault.
did
I nat 20'd the saving throw, and am I punished for it? For my greatness?
Oh. Yeah, let's see. No, but yeah, that thing was that. By the way, yeah, that ability score bump was helpful because it would have been a while. It probably would have been a little bit of a while until he got the It probably would have to gone through 2 different levels until I could get another stat increase.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing about
this was
paladins.
timely.
Like, I happen to have rolled really good stats with
Yeah.
Ceres, but if you're using the standard array or point
Yeah.
buy, you really it's like, oh, do I buff strength? Do I buff charisma? Do I buff con? It's like a really weird balance you have to juggle
Right.
with 3
Well,
main stats.
the way I'm going, yeah, well, the way I'm going, I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's actually timely because now my charisma stat is matched. Is now I got the same modifier as my strength.
Right,
now?
since you're Hexblade, you can
So,
use your charisma for
with,
your attacks, right?
That is correct. Yeah, as soon as I have to
Eventually.
declare like whatever
Wait,
whatever
hold
weapon I'm going to be using for that. So yeah, at this point,
Do we have a confirmation from Kelsey?
Kelsey's taking Heavy Armor Master,
Nice.
so she's got.
okay.
So whenever she's getting hit, -3 floating, slashing, and piercing damage, as long as it's not magical. But I read through the book. There's really not that much magical weapons until you're like facing level 17, 15s, and all that.
Hmm.
That being said, Lightning Dragon can just blast you for 100 damage, and it's like, well, kills you just as good. So
Yeah, you know.
Still a
what?
good
That's
feat,
gonna
though.
happen either way.
still a good feat.
Did you say lightning
Yeah.
dragon?
Yeah,
A lightning dragon.
a dragon made of pure lightning, the most dangerous kind.
Alright, so he moves the massive claw away from Pyre's head. He moves it slowly towards you, Morgan.
Tart, you forgot Tart. Go grab and drag the turret forward.
And then he curls that finger back up against his palm.
And he punches you.
That would be a fitting reward.
The moon becomes even brighter.
Oh, Moon says no.
And it's coming down now in a tight focused shaft of light, bathing just the area of ground that Morgan is standing on.
Todd's gonna just.
Wow.
We're just gonna move away here just a bit.
This
Here.
is your Morgan.
Yeah.
This is your moment, Morgan.
Sure.
Time to give up.
Thanks. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
So, Leo Khan looks down at you, Morgan. Know this. You will never have another patron. That door has now been closed to you forever.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Morgan will sort of look a little sad for a moment as he realizes, yeah, he can't fix what he messed up. As much as he wants to, it's not in the cards for him.
As angry as the moon goddess is with you for your failure at the temple, she is still willing to grant you a boon. But you must first show humility.
Oh man,
I've been.
I I have two ways I can play this, and only
Mm.
one of them is even remotely smart. The other one could be so much more fun.
I think this has been. I think
Oh
this is building up
no.
for Morgan. You're all about, the person who hates you most is yourself.
You know what? I appreciate the vote of confidence. Yeah, Morgan will he will look up at this light and sort of scowl for a moment. He'll be like, "You know what? I'm tired of getting judged by all these high and mighty powers. I'm doing my best here. I'm out here fighting their fight for them, and they're gonna judge me when their sins outnumber mine 1,000 to 1. Piss off." And he'll back out of the light.
Wow.
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 Yeah, the shaft disappears immediately. And Leo Khan just sort of stares at you, kind of incredulously.
And it's not every day you get to see the dumbest man alive make a decision.
You are a fool, but at least you have the strength of your conviction to always remain a fool.
Yeah, that and a gold will buy me a drink.
You will,
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
you
That
will,
wasn't directed at you.
you will die alone.
He'll shrug.
It will be of your own doing.
We'll see. I should have died a long time ago. Everything since then, just extra.
And he nods. This is true. I have heard things.
Well, sorry to kill the mood, everyone.
This is, a big decision, Morgan. Would you rather their help be, left on the side of the road when we need it at the right moment?
I think that door's closed, buddy.
And
His decision
and
was
Johan
made.
will actually step up to the
You haven't.
and Johan will actually step up here by Morgan's side, and he goes, Leo Khan, you may be wise about all things, but you are wrong about one thing. Morgan of Limetown will not die alone. So long as we are so long as we are withstanding by his side.
I'm sorry, guys. That was really stupid, huh?
I was just gonna come up beside.
No,
and say,
actually,
if we are to die,
in some way, and he basically turns to
hang on,
Luke.
Mike. Let
Told
Alex
over-
finish. Let Alex.
Yeah.
Mike, let Alex
Okay.
finish. You're talking right over
Sure.
Alex.
I'll if we are to die, we will die running this cause, and we won't be separated. The task is too great for any selfishness to get in the way. We are going in together. I hold very deal your gift and everything, but I'd be lying if I wouldn't be using it with Morgan beside me. I'll look to him and say, "You may put yourself down, but you put yourself on the line for the people around you. You've done a lot to keep this going. I know I wasn't the first person here. There were others, but you're keeping this all together, Morgan. Johann, I know you got your storied past and your troubles. I have more than plenty, and I could very easily fall into that part of revenge, and I wouldn't even be here if it weren't for you getting us this far.
Yeah, well, let's hope didn't just fuck it up.
I'll look to Leo Khan.
And you.
I'll ask to him. Would there be something we can do?
I think Mr. Leo Khan's done enough for us.
Please.
There is one other thing I would like to say.
Yes,
though.
Johann.
And then he looks at Leo Khan. And then is the moon still up in the sky?
The moon is still up. Yes.
It says "fuck you, Morgan" written on the side.
Okay.
It's just not shining down.
Johann. Yeah. So Johann will look up at that moon and basically. I know he is probably that Morgan of Liontown is probably earned your disfavor. For whatever reason, yes, it seems who knows why the decisions he makes. Fool though he may be, but it is also not brave for him to basically defy the wishes of these different deities, And then he turns to Leo Khan. After all, had Corvus, if Corvus had
Chorus.
if Chorus had been brave enough to defy
Don't speak bad
this alien god, maybe we would not be in the position. Maybe things would be much different.
I think if Chorus made decisions like I did,
I cannot,
it would not have been remembered as fun.
And maybe I can. I wish I had enough courage to resist the urges of the Dwemer Lord, in some respects.
You did what you had to do to protect your girl, man. No one's judging you for that. Anyway.
True.
Well, the die are cast now. Whether I fucked it up or not, I guess we'll find out in the end.
Indeed.
I'm gonna think for a moment. With that 19 that I rolled for Leo Khan, where is his stance with the other celestial beings and the gods and all that? He's in his own domain. He's all by his lonesome.
He seems to be a little bit of a psychopomp. He's got the ear of a lot of other divine beings that kind of use him as a messenger sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So he's tangentially related to, the greater beings, but
not related so much as more
not related, but connected.
Yeah, connected's a good word.
Would it be?
If you meet Leo Khan at a party, he's gonna be like, I know some guys.
That's the context we were looking for. That's the missing link.
Then Taj will kind of think for a moment and say, it's important to have a resourceful one in your midst, in your allies. And I'm sure you, Leo Khan, would be, one considered as such for a plethora of folk. He'll gesture, to that big moon and all that. Though maybe a loner, but I'm sure quite misunderstood. Please don't think poorly of me if this sounds familiar is all. He says he's kind of glancing at Morgan, trying to build up a little bit of similarity.
I think you're reaching.
No? Okay.
And I'll say Morgan saying that to Taj. I think Mr. Leo Khan has done enough for us.
I have done all that I can. All that the moon goddess has been willing to help you with. It is not to me that you must plead Morgan's case. And he looks at you, Taj. I would suggest to you that you make that case to Morgan instead.
I
Well, I
rather
think we've all
debate
seen how well
with-
that works out.
I'd rather debate with an ageless Androsphinx than with Morgan.
The universe only shines down with opportunity so many times. When
Yeah, well,
it is done, it is done.
yeah, I made my bed. Well, nothing more to do then.
And we will lay in it.
Yeah, well, I'll be laughing in the end, I guess, if we lose, and all these guys got to deal with the consequences of that.
And we need to deal with the consequences of that as well.
And we'll be dead. What do we care?
That is a
know,
possibility.
Afterlife, still, and the loss of anything else. Morgan, this is like, everything is on the line. If we lose, then there's nothing.
So what? You want me to get on my knees and beg? Like, come on.
Would you rather be dead?
I stopped being afraid of death when I saw everyone I know and love die around me, you know?
And I'm sure that you were, but I'm sure that you were cold and heartless, just as the people around you left more recently. Then
I would offer to eat you to put you out of your misery, but self-pity disgusts me.
Like, see? He's
And
not
then
crying
you-
a river over here.
And yes,
I'm
and you'll-
okay with this. I fuck up all the
and-
time. This is just one more stone in the path here. You guys are worrying too much.
yeah, but like, no. This
And then
is-
Johan
we're
will actually says
having,
he's
like,
and
a-
Johan will say,
So this is Taj trying to, he's actually kind of getting a little closer, kind of focused at Morgan, saying, like, of course I understand, that your pride and such is your greatest assets or your most important tool, but is it really worth it for all this to go away?
It's
Everything
too
back-
late to worry about it now, my man. It's done.
But there might be something else. There might be another thing, and are you going?
Yeah,
to
there
pass
might be,
it
and we'll deal with that when we get to it.
No, I want to know. Are
And
you going to
Johan will
Are you going to, forsake these opportunities just so you can, write a longer suicide note?
and Johan will actually go, wait a minute, hold on. We were Baby B, we're looking at this the wrong way. Morgan, it just now occurred to me, it just now something dawned on me now. You were chosen for, in the beginning, you were chosen for a great path.
That's
And
debatable,
yet,
but continue.
time and time again, when power was offered to you, you turned it down.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking fool.
No, that should be an asset.
Yeah, when
That
we
is
show
your
up to fight
strength.
Chorus and we have no power at all, we'll see how far that takes us.
But that's what I'm saying though is that should be. That
I know what
doesn't-
you're
and
saying.
it
I
is-
get the
and this-
subtext of the real power was the friends we made along the way. I get it. But I
No,
think
that
in
is
this
not
kind
what
of
I'm
story,
saying. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that basically saying the fact that you refuse time and the great power when lesser men would have buckled and would have gladly taken it regardless. That shows a strength of character. That actually shows a strength of character. That actually shows that that when you are offered such temptations, regardless of whether they come from, you refuse time and time again. That that alone should make you worthy. For
You know,
those who do because
I'm not making a moral stand
I
here.
don't think we're the conversation of his worthiness has already come up multiple times. How many people have offered you opportunity, and how many times have you turned it down? Johan, he could be worthy for a thousand kingdoms and riches and power beyond his dreams, but if he keeps saying no to it, what's it worth? I'm looking at I'm trying to see you I'm trying to see you, Morgan, right now. What's it gonna take?
Dude, I don't know, man. Let's just keep going.
You
Like
seem
I'm
to know
we're,
what you want, at least what you don't want.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
You think I don't know if you think for some reason that I have a grand plan or that I have it together, because I'll give you a spoiler right here. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I want anymore. I don't know where the fuck we're going. I don't know how the fuck this is gonna end.
If we keep skipping on chances and opportunities, then it's only gonna go one way.
Well, then we better hope someone else can show up and save the world. Or
Is that really how you're going to set this? You'd rather, just take the chance and go and live with your and die with your fair conscience saying like, oh, I wasn't worth it in the end. When there could have been a chance, there could have been a change.
I think Morgan of Limetown probably wants to. I mean, no offense if I correct me if wrong, that if you want to die, you want to die on your own terms.
I like the sound of that one better. Listen, I think if the world puts its fate in my hands, it deserves what it gets.
If that were true,
That is true.
then why are you?
We're seeing that play out in real time right now.
Why are you still here?
I said it before. I have nowhere else to go.
Long dead ago. How are you not dead 7 times over if you're so okay with death?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Death will take those who don't want it much easier, much harder than those that do. It comes for you. It'll hunger for you if you let it come get you. And how are you still here then? All of this. All this so far. What's it gonna take for you to realize that there's chances that are going past that we maybe needed to take?
Yeah, I already said I'm sorry. I fucked it up, all right?
Look,
Next time I'll try to, be more politic about it.
look, Tajawala, I understand what you're saying, but ultimately the choice is Morgan's. And sometimes we have to respect the choices, no matter how frustrating they may be.
All right, well.
Or no
Yeah.
matter how,
By the way,
no
I know
matter
that we are
how
having
dangerous
this
they may
inter-party
pose
conflict
to
right
the
in
rest
front
of you.
Canvas Rings, and Taj is
This is
not-
the most,
Yeah,
most
I know.
interesting thing he's seen all month. Come on.
Oh yeah, no, he's smiling. He loves this.
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
and it's not just his choice, because he's not choosing for himself. He's not choosing his own way out. He's involved in keeping the world safe. He's choosing the lives.
Well, the world should have done a better job at protecting itself. That you can't put that on me.
But you're the one making these choices still. It's not like you're locked in to saying no. It's not like you're already spoken for, waiting for, some fairy godmother patron to come give you the power without asking.
By the way, can I kind of discern why just out of curiosity, Mr. Dean, why Tajawala is taking this so personally? Because there seems to be
John's
something
taking
more.
this personally because this is like the third one, and he's the third one we know of. I think Grandmother was like the fourth.
I feel like Ramader was
At
the,
this
yeah,
point,
the fourth.
Taj is just caught up saying like, "Are you not taking this seriously?"
Yeah, I feel like this is Taj's way of going. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
the breaking point. It is.
Oh, because I was wondering. Because
What
I
are
was
you
wondering.
doing? What are you doing?
Because
here?
Johan's, I think because Johan's looking at Tajawala. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were probably jealous of all the opportunities that Morgan of Limetown was at.
That's probably
We are
it, bud.
not
I think
talking
you
about
nailed it on
right
the head.
now. We are talking about him.
Listen, it turns out I'm a hot commodity. My enemies want me. The gods want me. Well, we'll see which way the wind blows, and in the end, I guess the fate of the world is on my shoulders, apparently, according to you two.
The gods in
It might end up on your shoulders. We've already had.
Yeah, that's a
very
horrifying
close calls,
thought.
Very close calls already, and it has relied on you. And are you going to fumble it?
I mean, we made it this far, but you
We
say that
made
like
it
I'm
this
doing this
far,
on
yeah.
purpose.
and that just makes for a more tragic ending. Why I'm talking to you about this now, Morgan?
I feel like
We
if your
need to
characters
have a-
could talk
we
to
need
you,
to come up with a solution.
I feel like if your characters could talk to you, even Morgan would look at Rick like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, to be fair, I think this one was probably warranted. I think the Ramander one was
Yeah.
a deal of a lifetime.
Real
That
quick,
one hurt.
yes, real quick, just want to say, Rick, love you. You're fantastic.
Oh no, I'm loving this. This is
Oh
great.
yeah, this is awesome. I will say that.
I can't
yeah.
wait. I really hope that speech sounded good because
Yes. Oh no, it sounded perfect.
Oh,
I
the
love
ball.
it. I love Alex.
Well, the
loved it.
stones on
Taj,
Morgan to do
not
this
so-
like
not so
time and time
much.
again. That's what I'm impressed with.
So
oh,
so Taj is basically like, all right. So what are we gonna do? What's the
I don't know. We're gonna keep doing what we've been doing. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna wait for them to fuck up, and then we'll do our thing.
I'm gonna figure this out, but I want you to say, I want you to tell me, I want you to promise me that you're not just gonna throw away opportunity.
That seems like an unrealistic promise.
I want you to tell me, Morgan, he's gonna step close. He's gonna look him right in the eye and say, right in the eye, and saying,
I
need
yeah.
you to promise me that we are not just gonna that we're not just gonna say no to handouts because they come from someone who's a bit of a dick. All right, he's just gonna wave off to the moon. He's already spoken it now. He's not thinking straight.
Well, you know
But,
the
yeah,
moon
I get
is it's a moon goddess, not moon god.
Yeah, a bit of a bitch, and we need to be able to. We need to understand.
You know what I just thought of? If the moon was Chorus's wife and he was the avatar of the sun god before that, they were fucking his sister. There was some sibling weirdness going on there.
Leo
Fuck up.
Leo
Stop
Khan
talking
casually moves back away from you to the top of the pyramid and is just looking sheepishly down, almost like he's waiting for you all to die.
Any minute now. We're gonna keep poking the bear until. We're gonna pay for this later.
we need to be on our A game and looking for opportunity here. It might come to that, and you know what? Like, if it goes down, but we gave it our all, then we gave it our all, and we did our best. But
Listen, I'm not just gonna give up. We're gonna give it our all every step of the way.
we're gonna
Even-
give it our all. But if you're still holding back because you're a little too proud, then
You know I'll pull through when it counts.
That's not
All right, my
exactly-
credit's good.
Yeah, the credit is good. You can't cash it when everything is, in fucking, undead Far Realms monsters. Or whatever the fuck is gonna go happen. There's no credit,
I
there's
mean-
no banks, there's no credit cards.
That's good because my credit's actually shit.
The fuck
I
up.
mean, Morgan. I mean, Taj Mahal.
Oh wait, no, I'm officially dead. Never mind.
Here, but
I don't have credit.
Morgan, I understand that Taj Mahal may overstep in his case here, but he does have a point. I mean, while it is commendable that you want to stand on you get by on your own steam, we probably. I mean, it wouldn't help to have a little bit of some edge in our upcoming battles.
We need the sauce, Morgan.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I can't do anything about that right now.
Morgan, he's gonna put a hand on Morgan's shoulder. If we come across some other eldritch being, I'm going to sell my soul so you get powers from it. If you don't, if you say no to it, I will do something drastic. Okay?
Listen, I think you're taking this a little too hard, buddy.
How else harder can it be? It's either this.
We're
or
not
we
any
all
different.
die.
We're actually better off than we were yesterday, and you're complaining because we're not that much more.
I'm complaining
Because we missed out on
figured-
that much.
I figured that a no strings attached boon from the moon goddess saying, "Hey,
Oh, she can
chill for
shove it.
now."
She was never going to give me a boon.
Okay.
She was going to blast out my other eye and throw me in the middle of a lake.
If you just gave her a thumbs up, things would be so much better. But you couldn't do that. You had to make a whole fucking speech.
Yeah, and it was good. That came up with that on the spot. That was great.
Yes, it was fine. It was fine. Because unfortunately, you're dealing with more important stuff. I wish you make a speech at next restaurant we see or something like that. How about do that instead of possibly dooming us all.
Oh, we don't know if actually this Morgan's decisions is dooming us all.
No,
I mean,
but are you gonna take that chance? Are you gonna say like, well, we could have won, but if Morgan didn't want to do the thing, so now we all die.
well, I admit that Morgan is basically handicapped in certain ways. Yes, that is
All
true.
right, well, you guys
but-
just have to work harder. That's all.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you know what? I think I've done shockingly well given the circumstances. I think you guys are doing average at best. Let's hope now with this little extra boost, you guys will start pulling your weight more.
Oh, God.
And you can tell Morgan's just taking the piss out of you right now.
I know. Taj is all worked up right now for this, so he's just saying, like, okay, please promise me that you're gonna work on this. All right? Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Listen, there's bound to be some being out there that finds me charming, all right?
I hope we're gonna find a cool fucking sword in the sand or something like that. One of nonsense. Probably
I
a
don't-
genie. That'd be cool, right?
Well, Morgan, like we said, I mean, while it is commendable that you are willing to get by on your own steam, another person would also.
No,
think that
listen. If someone else
maybe-
is willing to do this for me, I would. You're missing the point of why I made this decision. This was me being
Well,
a
I mean,
fucking
We are
fool.
unfortunately locked in, Johan of Quo.
Mhm.
This is
Well,
us. We're gonna
I
be
mean,
the ones who
listen,
get there.
listen, Todd. We could just leave the rope here and make a break for it. It's his problem then.
We're saving the world. You no longer get to decide on ulterior factors.
You just leave it here, and we beat it. He's not even paying
I mean,
attention anymore.
Morgan, you're not scared of getting help from divine beings, are you?
I think we've established I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm not thinking it through that much. Which, hey, maybe I can work on. You know, Taj has a point. It's something I'll have to
My
work
old
on.
man
But
said I'll go
Yeah.
blind.
Please promise me that you will be more open to opportunity as it comes. All right. Look, I understand saying no to eldritch horrors, that will take over children in villages and, ritual sacrifice them or whatever. Like, all right, I get it. I was there. But like, you gotta take the deal at some point. You gotta take the deal, or the deal's gonna run dry.
well, maybe the universe better start sweetening the pot then.
Fuck up.
Oh my god. All right, I think that's a good place to end it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I would like to start my formal apology for my decisions.
No, I think it's totally in character actually for Morgan to do this. But it's because I mean, why stop now at this point? He's already
Exactly.
turned down every
The
other
sunk
offer.
cost fallacy. Hey, George, I'm
it's just
sorry.
worth it.
What
It
are
just
you-
wor-
what are
It
you
was just
sorry
worth
about?
it for.
I don't know, but I
Yeah,
just still feel like I should apologize.
No, it was just worth it for Alex as Tajawad to just start going off like.
No,
Oh
that's
my
a very
gosh,
normal
Morgan."
reaction. That is
Look,
Yeah.
the correct
Taj
response.
gets at the first couple. It's fine. You know what? Whatever. But like at this point, like. Okay.
Oh yeah, considering like this is the person who's going with me into the battle for the end of the world. It's like no, this is you gotta stop.
Yeah. at this
I do
point-
also. I mean, I do like also the fact that I try to make Johan's like justifies like, well, maybe Morgan has a point about this. I mean, maybe he's trying to get by his own steam. Maybe he's trying to prove something. Maybe by refusing all these offers, he's just trying to prove something. He's trying to prove to himself and
Oh,
Trying to
Morgan
prove
would-
he's a
Morgan would
giant
take the-
asshole.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like he wouldn't take the easy way out if it was offered, but I think he doesn't want to. I don't know. He doesn't really want to be on anyone's leash. He wants to.
Yeah.
He's done like bowing his head to the gods. They're not so great. They're getting fucked up the same as him.
For next
They're putting
campaign,
this on
we're
his
all-
shoulders, and he's gonna make him pay for it.
For next campaign, we're all banning warlocks. All right? No more warlocks. We've
No
used
more-
them all up.
No more edgelords.
No more. We're all wizards now. You can't say no to your bachelor's degree.
No more edgelords.
No, I think I've that was actually a really good Morgan moment.
It was a great Morgan moment.
Yes,
I love
yeah.
Morgan. I'm very happy
Yeah.
because honestly, You
Oh
can't
yeah.
character
That is,
change
for me at
around.
least, that's been a highlight of this campaign, getting to say
That
piss
was
off
the
to a
highlight.
god for the second time and living to talk about it because the gods need you to save the world.
Please,
Yeah. Yeah.
please take my gift, please.
Listen, the minute this campaign is over, Morgan just fucking explodes. The minute the world is safe, just a pillar of light obliterates Morgan. That's it.
He's just gonna
The minute they're in the clear.
crash into the planet just to make sure Morgan gets double tapped.
A flock of
Hey,
planetars just
I'm at
descend
this-
and chop them apart with giant swords.
That would be merciful, honestly,
I-
considering.
Actually, the way things are going, I think Morgan has a better faith in what Johan has basically set himself up for. Just saying.
That's all right. We'll fix that before the end. Don't worry.
Forward. So what?
It's a race to the bottom.
That's gonna be rough, but like at this point.
No, listen, you guys are that much stronger, so that makes up. It balances out.
All right, we're looking for a cool sword or a genie. All right.
I don't know if there's like a god of
yeah.
interventions
Yeah.
out there who's like, Morgan, you need to consider how your actions are going to affect the people around you.
They care about you very much.
Mhm.
They all
Wow, this is like this is like the hero meant to save the world spiraling self-destruction edition.
Yeah, goodness.
The gods are probably all looking around like, what the fuck?
Seriously. the moon goddess is so sick of your shit right now. So
Oh, she wants to blast him off the face of the earth. She absolutely does, but he's made himself important. It's like the worst person you know is suddenly
Kinda-
has the power to save the world.
Somewhere,
ki-
somewhere the
It's
moon
kind of
goddess
like John.
is talking to Will and saying, and for this, Ranger 4 had to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I worked so hard on that arc
And then-
too.
And it's almost. It's like Morgan is John Constantine without the magic spells at this point, pretty much. Like just like,
Pretty much, yeah, without the upside.
I was hoping to
Yeah,
just give him rogue levels at this point instead.
No, I've listen.
Fuck it.
They say you can lead one man's trash to another man's treasure, but you can't make him drink it.
Yep.
Makes sense if you think about it.
Wow, look at the time. All right, well,
Yeah.
I hope you guys had fun. Everybody gets a level tonight.
Oh,
You're all-
yeah.
You're all
Hey.
level 9 now.
Oh boy!
Yes,
Ooh,
even
level
Morgan.
9. Awesome. Ooh.
I could use
That
it.
means I get to pick a pact now.
Oh boy.
I wonder what I'm gonna pick.
Oh boy.
Gee. Of all the decisions to make.
All right, well, I'm going to go to bed now.
Um,
I hope you guys had a
all
good
right.
time.
Okay.
Again, George, I
Great.
apologize.
You're fine. You don't have to apologize.
I know that I'm hoping that was at least entertaining, but
No, I figured
Oh.
you would. I figured you would. You know.
I haven't had
Rejected.
an in-character argument that was actually
gonna be all right.
enjoyable to go through in a long fucking time. Fucking love that. That was awesome.
Campaign
Yeah,
1
that
was
was-
great for arguments.
That was.
Yes,
This
I
week
love-
on
that was
Roland, Are
awesome.
You
Oh
Stupid?
yeah.
no, it's all right. This time,
This
this
week
time a
on-
new hero rises.
This week on WTF did Roland do?
Yeah, a
All right.
lot.
Listen, we can't always let him
well,
have the spotlight.
Roland. No offense, but Roland made. I mean, no offense, but Morgan here. Roland's made some pretty dumb decisions, but
He's no
You know,
Morgan.
No, exactly.
he's
There's
no
a new
Morgan.
standard.
Yeah, Morgan. Right.
All right. Well, I'll talk
night,
to y'all
everybody.
later. Good night, everybody. Good night, Chad.
I hope.
Good.
Good night.
I'm only sad that Kelsey wasn't here, but I'm sure you'll have fun filling her in on that.
I will fill her in right now.
Oh yeah.